Best by test, this move has proven strong in countless games. You saw your chance for the win with a nice tactic and you took it. Best by test, this move has proven strong in countless games. A very popular way to fight for the center. Jumping your knight into the game, attacking the pawn, and defending the center. Reinforcing the center with their own knight. Developing and defending, a solid approach. Continuing development with a standard knight move. This prepares your bishop for development. Your opponent is putting pressure on your pawn chain. This move doesn't hurt you much, but it doesn't help either. This is a fair trade. That was a fair trade. A straightforward recapture. You're preparing for the game ahead, activating the bishop in the opening. Their best option was to develop a bishop and attack the center. You exchange pieces of equal value. A clear recapture. Castling protects your king and activates your rook. Their bishop moves into the game. You are threatening to pin a knight to the king. This move gives you the opportunity to win their queen. This will win a queen with correct play. That's playable. Nice vision spotting and capturing that vulnerable queen. Recapturing and developing their bishop at the same time. You're kicking their bishop out of a useful square. This move puts their bishop on a safer square. Developing the bishop and increasing influence in the center. Your opponent pinned your pawn, limiting its movement. Good job stepping in to defend your pawn. Defending their hanging pawn. You've activated every piece with this move, putting your queen into play. They've offered to trade pieces of equal value. Good strategy to trade when ahead. Recaptures. This move opens up space for your king to evade threats along the back rank. I like their choice. Very good choice. Moving their bishop to a better position. Your bishop has more scope from this square. They've coordinated their rooks, doubling them on the file. Nice move. Your piece now controls more squares. Your opponent blocked the attack on their pawn, keeping it safe. This is the way to win material. They move the rook to safety. You offered your opponent an opportunity to exchange pieces of equal value. They attacked your rook, gaining time as it must move away. This is a good time for you to get out of trouble. Moving their threatened bishop to safety. Trading pieces keeps things simple. A straightforward recapture. Well done, an excellent move. Decent move, but they had a better one. You captured a free pawn. Their rook occupies the 7th rank, aiming to restrict your piece activity. You've moved your piece to a powerful square. Their king steps away from the check by your queen. This is a fine move. They move their king out of the check from your queen. This move is okay, but not what I would have played. They played one of the best moves here. You had a better option, but this is not bad. That's not a mistake, but they did not find the best move here. Nice, you capture a vulnerable pawn, winning material after all trades are completed. A clear recapture. You recaptured the piece. They defended their rook, which was under attack. A good choice to move your threatened rook. They made one of the top moves in this position. You trade off equal material. I like their choice. Not the best move, but not bad either. They blocked the check from your queen. Good thinking. This move puts your piece into a stronger, more active position. They move the pawn to safety. Your pawn is undefended, so this move loses material. Capturing your hanging pawn. You are threatening to tactically win a rook. They played one of the best moves here. This was the only move. You are now able to win a rook through a skewer. You missed winning a rook, but you still are winning. This move protects their pawn, which was vulnerable with insufficient defenders. This is the way to win material. Their king steps away from the check by your queen. You missed winning material, but you are still winning. You get a chance to win a rook through a skewer. Great job finding a skewer that won you a rook. They move their king out of the check from your rook. That rook was yours for the taking. You are threatening to checkmate the king. They missed a better way to push a passed pawn. Yes, this is the way. That was the only move. You're continuing down the road to checkmate. Your opponent reinforced the defense of their pawn, getting closer to the forced checkmate. A good move to win material using a skewer. They move their king out of the check from your queen. You continue the checkmate attack. Their king steps away from the check by your queen. You're still on the road to checkmate. They move their king out of the check from your queen. You found a safer square for your rook. This move gives you the opportunity to win their rook. You continue the checkmate attack. Their king steps away from the check by your queen. This is the way to win material. They move their king out of the check from your queen. You offered your opponent the chance to trade off equal material. You are now able to win a rook by pinning a piece to the king. This move is okay, but not what I would have played. Their king steps away from the check by your rook. This move makes your piece much more effective. This move gives you the opportunity to win their pawn. Nice, you found a way to win a pawn. Their king steps away from the check by your queen. You're still on the road to checkmate. They move their king out of the check from your queen. You found a safer square for your queen. Their king steps away from the check by your queen. With that move, you offer to trade pieces. They exchange pieces of equal value. A clear recapture. They move their king out of the check from your queen. Very good choice. Their king steps away from the check by your queen. Your passed pawn is one step closer to promotion. Their passed pawn moves closer to promotion, becoming more... Well done, an excellent move. Their passed pawn moves closer to promotion, becoming more dangerous. Well done, an excellent move. This move doesn't help their position at all. You had a better option, but this is not bad. Pushing a passed pawn. You had a better option, but this is not bad. They defended their pawn, which was under attack. This is a fine move. They move their king out of the check from your queen. This will win a pawn with correct play. Their king steps away from the check by your queen. Good job, that's what I would have played too. They move their king out of the check from your queen. Nice, definitely the right move. They had a better way to evade the check from the opposing queen. Yes, this is the way. Their king steps away from the check by your queen. Your move gets closer to checkmate. That was the only move. You continue the checkmate attack. They made one of the top moves in this position. You're continuing down the road to checkmate. I like their choice. Getting closer to the forced checkmate. They are right on target. Your move gets closer to checkmate. Precise move from your opponent. You continue the checkmate attack. They move their king out of the check from your queen. You continue the checkmate attack. They played the strongest move available. You're still on the road to checkmate. Their king steps away from the check by your queen. You continue the checkmate attack. They move their king out of the check from your queen. You're continuing down the road to checkmate. Their king steps away from the check by your queen. Congrats on your win.